Hello everybody, we're getting ready to do 3.2 of SAT Math Level 1 prep, linear equations. Here's my contact email. 3.2 lesson, 3.2 solve linear equations. We got 36 points of note-taking. If you need a note-taking sheet, then you should contact me. Okay, page 1 here of our 3.2 overview. A linear equation is an equation in which each term is either constant or the product of a constant and the first power of a single variable, such as 2x plus 1 equals 7. To solve a linear equation, isolate the variable on one side of the equation by doing the same thing on both sides until the resulting equation has the form of variable equals constant, as in x equals 3. Basic types of SAT questions. Some basic types of questions on the SAT may look a little different than the equations encountered in your math classes, but they can be solved using the procedures. So here would be an example here of r over s equals 6. What is the value of 4s over r? So if r equals 6 and inverting both sides gives s over r equals 1 over 6, then 4s would be 4s over r equals 4 times s over r equals 4 times 1 over 6 equals 2/3. So that would be one way that you can handle this situation here. Grid in 2/3 for that. So here's your grid in here. So you would 2/3 there. And then for page 4 in this, if kx minus 19 equals k minus 1 and k equals 3, what is the value of x plus k? So replace k with 3 and solve the resulting equation in the usual way. 3x minus 19 equals 3 minus 1. Then we just solve for x here. We get 3x equals 21. And then we get x equals 7. So x plus k equals 7 plus 3 equals 10. So that's the way, basically we have to solve two equations there. 1, 0 is the way that would be graded. Then page 5 of our lesson here. When 6 times the number of x is added to 5, the result is 19. What number results when 5 is subtracted from 3 times x? So according to the conditions of the problem, that is our equation. You must find the value of 3x minus 5. If 6x plus 5 equals 19, then 6x equals 19. So 6x equals 14. Dividing each side gives us 6x equals 14 by 2 gives us 3x equals 7. And subtracting 5 from each side equals 3x minus 5 equals 2. So it will be here. This is one of our answer choices here. Page 6 here, this is a grid in 5 over x equals 9 over x plus 12. What is the value of x over 3? Cross multiplying, we get this here. Remove the parentheses by multiplying each term inside the parentheses by 5. 5x plus 60 equals 9x, 4x equals 60. To get x over 3 from 4x, divide both sides by 12. And we get x over 3 equals 5. We grid in 5 for that. If 13/16 x minus 3/8 x equals 2/5 plus 3 over 10, what is the value of x here? Here are our choices here. Combine fractions on each side of the equation. So we get this here when we combine this into this. And we get 13x minus 6 over 16x equals 4/10. We put this in the tenths here, can make these common. Seven 16ths x equals 7 over 10. Isolate x by multiplying both sides by the reciprocal of its coefficient. So 16 over 7 on both sides. We cancel out here. We get x equals 16 over 10, x equals 8/5, so it's right here. So that would be the way that you would solve those two conditions on your solving. Solving a linear equation using two operations. So isolate a variable in a linear equation may be necessary to add or subtract them, to multiply or divide. If an equation contains parentheses, remove them by multiplying each term inside the parentheses by the term outside the parentheses. So solve for b here with this statement here. Remove parentheses by multiplying each term inside the parentheses by 3. Then we end up with this here. Combine like terms. We get this here then when we combine like terms. Subtract 6 from each side. Then we just solve it for 5b equals 15. We get b equals 3. Which value of x satisfy the equation here? So here are our choices for this here. So we have to multiply through by 7/3 through the parentheses here. And you can do some canceling, or you can just straight multiply across. Whichever style you find is simpler for you and less confusing. Then we end up with this here, and we combine our like terms over there. Again, we do some canceling here. So we need to isolate our x here. We get x equals 33 over 4, which would be a. We have this here in the equation. What is the value of m? So we have to wade through all these fractions here. Cross multiply and simplify again. So this is what we get when we cross multiply. Then we end up with this statement here. So 15m minus 8m equals that. We combine like terms. They get 19 over 7. And then grid that in, 19, and then fraction bar over 7. That was 3.2 linear equations, and that does not include the worksheet that's on after that PowerPoint. I have solution PowerPoints too that show the solutions to the worksheets. Get a hold of me here. Thank you very much.